Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Holliston Hub here in Holliston HCAT, where you are watching girls varsity soccer here at Comedian Field. A beautiful day. I'm your host, John Drohan, along with your co-host and my soccer mentor, John Marshall. We're also joined by the Holliston Hub's finest, Tom Harmon and Lindsey Crane. And Holliston is taking on the Medfield Warriors today as the game is just underway. Holliston, of course, in their home crimson red, and Medfield in their visiting whites. Medfield comes into the today's game with, we'll we get into that. There's Caitlin O'Connor. O'Connor with the shot. Oh, and O'Connor gets hit, and there's contact right there in the box. We're starting this early. So O'Connor with a breakaway, and that's nothing. He's going to call that a throw. So as I was saying, Medfield comes in a staunch opponent, top of the table, as we say. With Medfield as a record of 11-1, and Holliston with a record of 4-7-1. So how are you today?
I'm very good. I'm just waiting to see just what this matchup is going to produce. I thought that was a very interesting breakaway, almost straight from the kickoff, it seemed to me. But I think I was expecting a shot coming there actually, and I think she was. It's a pity she didn't get one off because she was so quick. I think she'd have caught the goalkeeper napping there.
I think she was expecting a shot to get off too, and there was, as we said, there was contact, but not enough to initiate that bit of an early advantage, as they say. Okay, so Holliston, Holliston has their work cut out for them. As we said, I was talking to the Medfield head coach, Melinda Lohan. I like the sound of that Lohan. It's got a nice Lohan. It's got a nice like ring to it. Oh, and this is trouble early for Holliston. Holliston keeper Kira Lucas is able to handle that. Little action in front of the goal. So Holliston got their work cut out for them. Talking to Coach Lohan before the game, said they're having a good season, having some good success. And Lucas sort of sideswipes that one. Here comes Medfield. Holliston this season been plagued with injuries. Also had some surprise. There's one surprise, a good surprise, is number 8, Ainsley Doniger, is a transfer from Grafton, as we talked about. There's the Medfield keeper. Medfield keeper today is Fia Flamand. She's a captain for the Medfield Warriors. A strong kick, well over center half. So you're playing against a team that obviously is good because teams are as good as their records. What's the recipe for a team that might not match up as well with another team?
I think you've got to forget the statistics. And quite honestly, if you'd have told me that Medfield were that much ahead for the first few minutes of being playing, and you can read a lot in the first few minutes. I would have said that it was the other team. Holliston were the ones that had that record because they come out with nice, calm, crisp passing, and I don't see anything like that for Medfield. But I know it's very, very early days, but I'm surprised.
Early days indeed, and that's what we see. We see Holliston does kind of start strong, right? And in the games that we've done so far, there's a ball up, and she's onside. It's Medfield number 7. That's Panciaco, sorry. Panciaco. Easy to say, just like it reads. Mary Panciaco, that's number 7 for Medfield. She was on the outside, had a shot, and it's going to be the first corner. We're keeping track of corners today. First corner of the game for Medfield, and it's short. She plays it short to Blake. Blake with the left foot, strong, but she's well wide of the post. So there's your short corner.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that was a short corner, but it wasn't whacked right into the crowded goal area. That's what I get at. That was a nice corner. She took that nicely, and she brought her halfbacks into the game. And when you do that, they're unmarked actually.
So this is the reason why you've been contracted here, because as a scholar of the game, right? That's why you were your contract was renewed. So for those of you watching and listening today, there's just get a nice pen and pad ready and just be able to take a few notes, because there's non-stop soccer education. It happens. It never ends.
Oh,
There's a ball
that is a
forward.
lovely
And that's
pass.
O'Connell. O'Connell
That's a
off to the race,
beautiful
and she's
pass.
got speed. O'Connell just the keeper with the
Yes,
left foot
there
and
it
puts
is.
it just
Beautiful.
inside the
What a
corner.
lovely-
O'Connell with a
okay,
great
beautiful.
shot with the left foot strong just inside the right post. And Holliston's on the board early in the 5th minute.
That was a spectacular pass. They all came from the midfield. They had a beautiful pass. I mean, she could not have not scored.
Unable to
And that
see
goal.
who sent that ball forward.
I don't know.
And that was
I don't
Kaylin
know.
O'Connell with a breakaway. And O'Connell,
Excellent.
as we've seen time and time again, if she gets a step, she is as fast as anybody in this league and
Yeah.
very, very hard
Yeah.
to catch.
Yeah.
And going up against a good keeper, Flamand, who's obviously a strong keeper, she had. That's not an easy shot. It's not a gimme, especially if you're coming in that angle. And O'Connell did it nice, hit it with the left foot and put it just inside the right post. So Holliston on the board early, 1-0 by a beautiful breakaway goal from Kaylin O'Connell.
Yeah, you're quite right. That is not an easy shot by any means
No.
because it goes across the face of the goalkeeper, and she can see it all the way. And she has an advantage. However, it was taken so well, it was picked up so well, and she had left as much of the goal that she could see as possible. If she'd have carried on another couple of steps, that area she had to shoot in would have closed rapidly, and that was a beautiful goal.
And how many times do you see it? Right? How many times do you see it? They take that one extra touch.
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
And you're like, this coulda, shoulda, woulda.
They think the closer I get, the easier it is. Not necessarily that way. That was well done, extremely well done.
So Holliston on the board early, and Medfield, of course, we were just talking during a break. It looks like Medfield called an early timeout, as you're allowed to do that here in high school soccer.
Have they changed the goal? Have they changed the goalkeeper?
No, same keeper.
Oh.
So Holliston, as we said, Holliston's from southeast to northwest, from southwest to northeast is Holliston. They score on that far northeastern goal, and a beautiful shot by Kaylin O'Connell. So Holliston on the board, and Holliston's starting to feel, as you said, they start early and they play early on. They do it. They play well. They short passes. They try and find feet. They pass back. And we see this time and time again. And then I don't know if they go down, and they start to trail, they start to feel like they have to just launch the ball forward. But let's see what they can do with this early lead. So Holliston down to Medfield's end, throw in. Let's talk about some of the Holliston starters. Across the back, there's senior captain Molly McLeod, who's been injured but is playing today. She had a hip injury early in the season. Here comes Medfield. That's Bausch, and that's Fitzgerald marking. So Bouts and Fitzgerald do a nice job of marking. And there's Doniger on the outside. She's out there, and there's trouble. Inside shot. Bausch comes in and stops. Nice play by Lila Bausch. Ball across, and there it is again. And a great save by Kira Lucas. Great ball across. Panciaco sends it across, and it was a good ball, and it was a one-time shot. I couldn't see the Medfield player that caught it, but she got her foot on it cleanly, and Kira Lucas made a nice diving save to stop the goal. So trouble in front of Medfield's goal, but they're able to do it. There's Doniger. So they've switched things up a little bit. They have Kaylee McDonald playing the striker position and O'Connell playing on the wing, which is, we'll see if Coach Chadsey may have identified a possible good matchup, favorable matchup for Holliston. So far, things are looking pretty good. Nice play by Emily Mulvaney. Nice turn. She's got McDonald up top. O'Connell challenging. Medfield tries to clear it. Doniger's there, goes over her head. And there's Claire Fitzgerald. Claire Fitzgerald, nobody plays harder than Claire Fitzgerald, sophomore outside back. There's Bausch on the outside. Nobody plays harder than Bausch either. Bausch, nice stop. So the Holliston defense is starting to, looks like they're showing up here as they probably know that they've got their work cut out for them, as Medfield has a very innate ability to score. Ball down in. There's O'Connell. Nice ball across by Kaylee McDonald. Finds Caitlin O'Connell, but she's unable to hold on to it. And it's off Medfield. It's going to be a Holliston throw.
Somebody's injured.
Got an injury down. Looks like that's Emily Mulvaney. So Mulvaney's hurt. I didn't see. Did you guys get to see what happened?
Well, I didn't see anything. It seemed to. She went down. She sunk down on her knees about after the play carried on, and I think nobody was watching her.
So it looks like Mulvaney. She's walking off under her own power, so that's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see her back in the game. She's replaced by freshman Hannah Holden. So Holden comes in to play that holding midfielder, that Holden midfielder. I mean, I'm here till Thursday. Try the veal. I mean, you can't really make this. It's almost like it's too easy. I just made a joke about her. Her last name's Holden.
Yeah.
And Holden, yeah. My father-in-law is so focused on the game. He does.
I know.
No, you are, and that's why you're here. Ball careened off of Holliston player. Look, it was Emma Hauk, so it's going to be a Medfield throw down the Holliston end. Tell me what you see on the markings. So I worry about Holliston when they mark.
Well,
There's Doniger.
That's
Play by
nice.
Doniger.
Take away.
Unfortunately, she gets a little too hurried. Yeah. Shot in on the right side, just to the left side. That was a shot by Elizabeth George, number 4 from Medfield. She had purpose on it, but nice and wide of the post.
I've noticed actually that she seems to have been the one that's been dangerous.
You're talking about 4 George.
Number 4.
Yep.
Yeah, she's the one that's been dangerous. She picks the ball up in midfield and she carries it forward like Neff's doing now. And she tried. I can see by the way she lifts her head and looks. She never makes an errant pass. It's always one she's thought out.
Right. It's a pass that with a target on the end of it.
Yes, right, exactly.
Hauk on the outside, nice layoff to Doniger. Doniger gets control, but Doniger does a great job of controlling the ball. And there's Paige Kutchman. Kutchman turns, trying to find McDonald, but too much, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yep.
So Holliston attacks with Kutchman, O'Connell, Hauk, and McDonald up front. And Kutchman, she has demonstrated some really strong ability to control the ball in the middle and to distribute. There's a ball in. That's O'Connell again. O'Connell with the back. Oh, just goes off the defender. Nice play by the defender, and O'Connell had a good look.
That was a nice that was a nicely put together attack.
And O'Connell,
they come in nicely out of the midfield, and they kind of the ones I've seen just recently. They've been a bit scrappy doing that. The only one thing I
Holliston corner, long, and it goes off the referee. It's going to be a goal kick. Say again, what were you saying?
No. I was saying the only one thing that concerns me. And it happened when that last dangerous attack that Medfield had. There were about 3 Holliston defenders sort of ran towards one of the player with the ball, and they mustn't do that because it takes people out of position.
that leaves people unmarked, as they say.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So Medfield trying to control the ball. That's Lane on the outside. She's got Mulready. Medfield trying to work that left side to George, and she turns it over to Hauk. Hauk lays it off. There's Kutchman. Kutchman's there.
They're playing very well defensively. Their tackles are snappy, and they're coming away with the ball. The Holliston team, I mean, and I think that's better than I've seen them do before.
Viewers who are watching right now, write that down. Snappy tackles, right? You heard it here first. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a nice snappy tackle. Yeah, write that one down. I'm writing snappy down. So it's a Holliston foul. It's going to be a Medfield free. It's taken by those 24 Keating. She sends it forward. It bounces, and Lucas is there. I'm writing it down. See, snappy tackle. I mean, you laugh.
Yeah, well,
Someone's going to be wearing a T-shirt of that the next game.
Is that right? Yeah,
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Lucas, strong left foot, sends it to midfield. And it bounces, and there's trouble again.
Yeah,
There's O'Connell. O'Connell by herself, goalie out. O'Connell shoots, and she just gets a piece of it.
Actually, what was that for? What was that called?
Oh, it looks like there's something. There may have been a foul.
No, really?
O'Connell may have gotten hit, and it looks like that. Oh no, it's just a corner. I didn't see a foul either.
No, I didn't see that.
Flamand was out. There's the Holliston corner. They take it quickly. It bounces. It's cleared out. Fitzgerald's there, but she can't get to it. And here comes Medfield. Denigan plays forward. Holliston's got numbers back. There's the streaking. That's Hoffman.
Good. There you go.
McLeod clears. Can't get it out. Here comes Lucas out to try and scoop it up, and she's out. Bausch is there.
I tell you, that was good defensive play. They really had to battle for that.
So nice recovery by McLeod and Bausch. A nice job of the ability to clear that out. And Holliston, another scrub. Medfield's getting caught. Caitlin O'Connell's getting some shots.
Yeah, they are.
So as we enter the 14th minute, Holliston leads Medfield by a score of 1-0 at the 5-minute goal by Caitlin O'Connell. Both teams have had some additional opportunities, that's for sure, but Holliston's come up on the winning side of that. A couple nice saves by Kira Lucas so far. It was early on in this first half. That's Denigan on the outside. Denigan, strong ball across, gets to the foot, and it's no.
Yes.
Denigan gets to Naughton, and Naughton controls it easily and is able to push it past Lucas, so now Medfield is on the board. Great ball across by Degnan. Degnan. Great ball across by Bridget Degnan, and it goes right to the feet of Maeve Naughton. Naughton brings it down nicely and is able to get a point-blank shot, just putting it past Kira Lucas. So just like that, we're back to even. So in the 15th minute, Maeve Naughton scores and ties it up. So we're tied at 1. Let's see if Holliston can put the brakes on Medfield's momentum right now.
Well, I think what they got to do is they got to stop the ball getting to her. And they're getting again. That's if this. I think it was you want that up in the lane number 4 again. I think right that sort of was involved in that, and she is very constructive and she's very dangerous. So.
I think you're right. I think it was Elizabeth George who pushed that ball to the outside, and.
Right. And I've noticed that before, when they come to the outside, they're very crisp in their balls coming across on the ground. And that's always very dangerous because they, an attacking players, somehow just got to get it, sort of push his foot to it, and it'll sort of ricochet off. And
that's it.
They're worse than trying to hit it over in the air.
That's Kraus for Medfield, tries to send it through, and then Bausch is there, McLeod's there. She sends it forward, trying to find McDonald, and there's O'Connell. O'Connell looks up. She tries left foot to O'Connell. McLeod might be offside, and
she's letting it go.
She's letting it go. So McLeod was there. Could have been offsides, but
I don't think it
according
was
to
those, when the ball was kicked things.
Medfield racing back, and she pops it up, and it just goes to the outside. So saw Lucas. I can't see the Medfield player who that was, but
number 6.
6, there it is. That's Bridget Degnan again. So Degnan comes forward, and Lucas came out, and she tried to just pop it overhead and just puts it wide of the post. So McLeod comes out. Looks like it's Caitlin Queeley coming in. Queeley's coming in to play center back, give McLeod a rest. McLeod, as we said, is coming off of that hip injury, and I think that's been bothering her today, but I think Coach is going to pace her a little bit. Sarah Queenie in the game. Fitzgerald throws out. And there's Kutchman. Kutchman fighting for it. Can't get it.
Good. That's a nice.
Queeley steps up. Nice pop. And there's O'Connell. O'Connell may come away with it, and she does. And there's contact and still no whistle. So some hard shoulder-to-shoulder contact there.
Yeah, that wasn't a foul.
And O'Connell wanted it, but
Yeah,
I think you're
she
right.
did. I mean, they do. I mean, these days you can't touch anybody. They think they're untouchable, but it's a contact sport. No matter what anybody says, I wouldn't say it's unfortunately, but that's the way it is.
Well, it's the and again, it's always are they going to get an advantage based on the contact? And that's
why I don't watch professional soccer. Actually,
you watch professional soccer.
Well,
I mean, you don't watch it every day, but yeah.
I just think it irritates me.
It's gotten to a whole new level. Not here. Here, that's one thing we don't see. We've been saying this for years.
That's why I like watching the girls play.
You don't see the girls don't dive. That's for sure. Yeah. If there's a foul, if someone gets knocked down, it's because they got knocked down. They didn't fall down. And there's throw in. All right, so Howell's trying to make something happen on the right side. Kutchman's there, and Kutchman earns herself a corner. Nice play by Paige Kutchman. So Holliston's going to take a corner from the far right side. It's going to be Kaylee McDonald. All right, so McDonald lines up. She goes up. That's the freshman. That's Granfor is there. She's trying to get it. She can't. And looks like we're going to do it again. Eleanor Granfor is in the game, another freshman. McDonald comes in short and low, and it goes across. Can't see who got a piece of it. It might have been Holden. Holden got a piece of it and sent it towards the goal, but it was right into the hands of Flamand. She launches out to midfield. There's Hoffman. Hoffman plays back to Lane, to Keating, and they reverse fields on the other side. That looks like Libby Sinnis. So Holliston pressuring on the outside. There's Leone. Kutchman. Grandforce is there, coming back to help and earns a throw. So it's going to be a Holliston. It's a free. It's like Grandforce got fouled. So it's going to be a Holliston free kick. Long ball forward. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be another Holliston throw. So as we're approaching the 20th minute, we're tied at 1. Goals by Caitlin O'Connell and Maeve Naughton for Medfield. Holliston across. O'Connell tries to one time and she's stuffed. It's a nice play by Ava Kraus for Medfield. Throwing on the outside. McDonald. Holden. McDonald sends it across. Is there. There's O'Connell. Gets to her foot. Tries to shoot again now and just misses it.
Just couldn't get under control.
So O'Connell again. O'Connell again. I mean, power with both feet, too. Tries to hit it with that left foot. Just couldn't get it.
She's always there, I'll tell you.
That's true. And Medfield needs to, I'm sure that their coach knows that. Like, we got to watch her.
He's probably having fits right now. Yeah.
She is everywhere.
Yeah, this is the danger.
But she is on the outside.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
So Medfield moving the ball across front of the goal. That's Hoffman. She shoots.
Good. Nice. Well saved.
And Lucas is there. So Medfield does a very nice job of ball control on the attack in front of the goal.
They do coming out of the midfield. They're very, very dangerous. They're very controlled.
But they're not dominating Holliston, that's for sure.
No, they're not.
No, they're not
dominating Holliston. I think in reality, I don't think the backfield is as slick as the forwards are.
You're talking for Medfield.
I'm talking for Medfield, yeah.
Some more substitutions coming in for Holliston. So O'Connell's going to take a break, and Hauk comes back in. So O'Connell's going to take a rest. She's been causing enough damage here. And it has one goal already and has had
she could have
two pretty good looks.
She could have had 2 or 3 goals, actually. if it had been gone her way. Oh,
Nice play by Claire Fitzgerald. She just pushed it too hard, and here comes
too far.
Medfield in
Oh, come on,
reverse.
time to tackle. Nice.
One-time shot, and it's up. Oh, and it goes past the hands of Lucas. That was George who hammered that ball.
That was a beautiful shot, right just underneath the crossbar. The goalkeepers have a tough time getting there.
I mean, as tall as Kira Lucas is, and she's long, but still, that ball was on its way up.
It was going.
It was on its way up,
it was moving,
as you said.
Too, you know.
That's it. So a great shot by Elizabeth George
ball,
to give Medfield.
They got to tame her. They really do. They got to stop the ball getting to her. Jodie, she gets it. Someone's got to be on her. Stuff like that.
George is a sophomore.
Yeah.
She is. So she's been involved in both of the Medfield scores. One on the initiating that push to the outside early on.
She hasn't been involved in all of them.
And she has been in both of them. Yep. And now she's and then with that shot. The beautiful, as you said, a beautiful shot right underneath the crossbar.
Lovely shot. That's a Leon Messi shot.
I mean, would have made him proud.
Oh,
right?
he'd have been happy with that, yeah.
So Holliston now trailing 2-1 after the George goal. So, but as we said, Holliston is still in the fight, and that was that was a bit of a breakdown in the back where George was able to come off of that, but still, that shot wasn't at point blank range. So it was from distance. Fitzgerald's able to turn it, try to get it back. Queenie's there. Fitzgerald back to Queenie. Queenie tries to send it across. She's got Kutchman.
Yes,
Kutchman one time.
Nice.
But Kutchman may have sent it too far.
Too far, yeah. I think she knew that number 6 was on her back, I think.
So Holliston with some more substitutions. Goniger comes back in. O'Connell comes back in. Grand Fours, Holden, the two freshmen come out. Queenie comes out. So Holliston back with their starting forwards. Caitlin O'Connell's back in. It's Caitlin Clark in, number 5. So Clark's come in, playing that outside. Clark, of course, wears number 5, which is, as we've discussed in previous broadcasts, that's the best number. Lindsay, we know your number is 15, which is, of course, 5 3 times. Caitlin, I talked to Caitlin Clark before the game today and mentioned that she wears the best number on the field. I mean, it's subjective, but we're the ones talking. What's your number? What's your number? What was your traditional number that you wore mostly?
Well, you see, I go back into the ancient past, you see. We didn't have numbers. If we played...
Did you have letters?
Yeah, no.
Greek-
There's a numbers for the position, and some of the positions you wouldn't even understand what they were. Like centre forward was number 9.
Why is that?
Outside left was number 11. I don't know. Always was. It didn't matter who it was, you wore the shirt.
So wait, so outside left back was number 11?
No. There's no such thing as an outside left back. A left back was a left back. That was it.
So who was number 11?
Number 11 was what you call the attacking. What do you call it?
The striker?
Left striker.
So the left wing, your wing, your winger, your attacking
left
winger.
Wing. Attacking winger, attacking left winger.
And that was number 11.
That was number 11.
So right now,
we didn't have fancy
Emma Hauk is number 11. She is the attacking right winger, and there comes Lucas out of the goal.
She's the attacking right wing. She would be number 7.
I mean, this is throwing me off. All these numbers. We may have to write this down. We're going to go over this at halftime.
There's certainly high mathematics involved.
What I love is how it's just matter of fact. Of course.
We didn't own our own shirts. They gave us a shirt. Hey, you're playing centre half. That'll tell you. That's number 5.
Center half was number 5. Oh, that's good to know. All right, so Medfield's got a corner. see if we can differentiate these numbers. So they send it wide. She hit that where she wanted to. Ainsley Doniger's there. Doniger comes away with it. There she is. She's on the outside. She's got O'Connell. Almost had her.
Come on.
She's defended by Panciocco. She did a good job of kind of thwarting that.
That was a nice pass. That was a nice pass.
Hauk on the outside for Clark. So Clark, who should be playing that center back at number 5, is playing on that outside attacking. It's just now we're all messed up. We just have to stop looking at the numbers. Clark with the throw.
Do you want me to translate?
We'll write it down. We're gonna in the break. We're gonna cover all this so everybody will know what the numbers should be.
They won't make no sense to you.
It's you know what?
They won't make any sense to you.
I mean, I'm just glad that when you said ancient times, I thought they were Roman numerals. I didn't want.
Well, I think it looks sometimes it feels that way.
I do. As I said, I like how it was just a matter of there was no argument. It's not like you just you're playing that outside. You're number 11.
Here's your shirt.
Here's your shirt. Yeah. What size? It doesn't matter what size. You just get your shirt.
Hey,
yeah.
Forget it. You don't size. We were all little and skinny anyway. So
Medfield on the attack on the outside. Ball comes in. Bausch is there to send it forward.
Yes.
Gets a foot on it, sends it out. Hauk's there. Hauk takes it off. A nice play by Emma Hauk. Here comes Hauk going the other way. Hauk's trying to find O'Connell. O'Connell races over. She runs out of space, but it's going to be a Holliston throw. So Holliston trying to put something together as we approach the 28th minute. Holliston trailing 2-1. So Holliston showing some purpose.
Oh, they're not out. This is my long chalk.
So Holliston corner. Clark sends it forward. Mulvaney's there. She can't hit it. Mulvaney and Clark. That's Queenie. Sorry, Queely. Queely forcing that ball back forward. Clark sends it across. Trying to find O'Connell. Can't get her. Mulvaney's there. Contact.
Got it back. Come on,
Fitzgerald back chase. Here comes Medfield.
Watch.
McLeod races in. She's going to get there first, and she's going to clear it out.
Well played.
So Molly McLeod back in. Gets to that ball as Medfield tries the counter. Can't do it. As we approach the 29th minute. That's Queely. Sends it forward. Gets to the feet of Hauk, but she can't control it. Mulvaney just misses that ball. Comes in on the tackle, and there's trouble. Comes across. There's contact. And another no whistle. I think that's a good call. I think
no.
She had lost the ball.
Yeah. That's okay.
Flanagan comes out. There's O'Connell. O'Connell gets to it. O'Connell takes it off her. O'Connell shoots.
Oh, yes.
Gets
good.
stuffed.
The keeper was out.
She knew the keeper was out and was trying to rush that shot. Hauk with a shot in. And just off the hands of Flamand. Great shot by Emma Hauk. She had a really nice strike on that ball and a great save
That was a very
by
nice
Fia
strike.
Flamand,
Yep.
the Medfield keeper. Outstretched hand, just got a hand on it, was able because that ball was going in.
That's a very courageous shot because it was a way out, but she spotted that the goalkeeper was out too, and it was just far enough for the goalkeeper to get her finger to it. But
Doniger throws, she misses. Holden's there, but she can't get to it.
she's going to lose this.
There's Queely comes up. Nice play by Queely to keep the ball in. Hauk again.
Shoot.
Holden, long.
Oh, hard. Okay, well done. That's nice attacking play there.
So nice play by Queely coming up to keep that ball
Absolutely.
in the front court, and Holden
Yeah.
sends it just high and over the crossbar. So also trying to pressure here in the last 10 minutes. See if they can get one back to tie this back, make this even again. Queely again. Queely playing some aggressive ball coming up from the back as a defender. So Medfield goal kick. They're taking their time. They're looking to maybe do it. They're doing a substitution. Fia Flamon's going to take the goal kick. Flamon just had a very, very nice save off the shot by Emma Hauk. Kutchman tries to turn it and can't. Gets stuffed. And here comes Medfield. Fitzgerald chasing. She stuffs it. That's Olivia Whelan. Tries to send it across. Nice play by Holden. Hannah Holden's able to come away with it. Caitlin McDonald's there, but she gets to take it over. There's O'Connell. O'Connell back to Holden. Holden, nice move. Tries to turn it and just gives it up. Who does she give it up to? Elizabeth George. Doniger's there. Doniger runs into George, and George is nothing but trouble. But there's Fitzgerald. Claire Fitzgerald, nice ball up, looking for McDonald. McDonald trying to give it back to Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald hesitated. And still keeps it. Nice play.
She still got it.
Good idea.
I see what she was thinking of. That was a good idea.
So McDonald and Fitzgerald.
You know, you look at the positions of these two teams in the league, and from what I've seen with Holliston anyway, they don't deserve to be where they are. They're a much, much better team than the position the league would indicate.
Well, I think it shows the parity in the league. I think which is nice.
Very good. You know, you're right. It does, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's really good, and we've kind of seen this, in the time that we've been doing this, that this league, every now and again you're going to have a team that consistently plays, but they don't score 6 or 7 goals in a game. They'll control the game. And oftentimes, it's oftentimes the teams that consistently do better are the teams that they start with a strong keeper. So even if the game's not going the way that they're going, or the other team is controlling the ball well, the other team's well coached, that keeper is going to keep you in those games. And oftentimes, as we see it at this level, you're going to have scores that. A lot of the scores come off mistakes or come off, errant plays.
Yeah, definitely they do.
So the parity in the league is nice because, as we said, to get to this level, especially, and kind of speaking for, our experience in Holliston, the kids that, we see them start off when they're 5 years old, and everybody thinks they're going to, be starting varsity soccer, and there's only 11 starters when, come game day, And, there's 11 starters from 4 grades. So, it's kind of the best of the town. So these are kids that have been playing, in their respective towns. They've been, not only have they been playing for years, but they've been at the top of, the top of the list for a long, long time. So it's a lot of work to get here. And, anybody who plays a varsity sport in high school at this level, it just doesn't happen by accident. So, hats off to these kids because they really, they really work hard to get here, and they really are, exceptional athletes and very, very talented soccer
skillful.
players.
They're very skillful. I mean, we've seen the skill improve over the years since I've lived there. Anyway, it was nothing, and then it's really amazing, particularly in the women's area.
And that's it, right? And you've said it. If you said it once, you said it 1,000 times. How do you get better at soccer?
Yeah.
You play soccer.
Yeah.
It's pretty deep. It's pretty scientific. You may have to draw it out for somebody, but that's. Yeah.
I remember years ago. I remember I played and I was injured and I was trying to get back, and I came over to the high school field one day and there was a scrimmage going and. The kids knew me, and they asked me to join them, so I joined them. And I was stunned at the quality of the girls were better than the boys.
Well,
it's just that the boys were tougher.
Well, they're just built a little differently, that's all.
Yeah. But, I mean, that opened my eyes. Anyway.
Here comes Medfield back on the counter, and there she is across, but she's offside.
Yeah.
She's offside.
Okay,
so ball came in.
I didn't understand where she was.
And I think Fitzgerald knew it. Fitzgerald knew she was there. So
she left her there.
Yep, left her offside, and that was a good play by Claire Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that was in my blind spot.
Well, it didn't look good, right? It's just that's a tough corner.
Good. That was extremely good. Yep.
So Holliston had another good look down the other end just recently with Caitlin O'Connell sending the ball across, but just missing the lunging head of Emily Mulvaney, and then Medfield came back, had a ball in, but she was offsides.
It's an extremely even. It's an interesting game to watch because it's back and forth and back and forth. There's no domination in either side, but by either team.
So it's going to be interesting to see what Holliston does.
Yeah.
If they make any adjustments in the second half, because they really, they're in this game. Nice play by Fitzgerald. Bausch goes by her, and
that's a mistake.
McLeod's there.
But, there's players covering her. Yep.
So Holliston recovers. Shot on goal, and it goes right at Lucas. Nice play.
She was left out way unmarked. That was the only mistake there.
Well, that's what happens in the recovery.
Well, it does when it recovers so quickly. Yeah, it's right. Just physically can't get back quick enough.
So in the 37th minute, is the end of this half starting to come to an end. Holliston still trailing by 1, trying to put something together. There's Hannah Holden. Holden turns up, tries to find McDonald. That's the one thing I've seen is that they have, the Medfield's they've done their homework on McDonald, because McDonald is predominantly a force, number 13 for Holliston, predominantly a force in the midfield because she's so strong and so fast, but they are really, really not letting her get the ball if they can help it. Ball goes forward. It's like that was Quealy. O'Connell's there. And Medfield clears it out of bounds. We're going to reset that. Quealy comes up for the throw. Long throw in, looking for, is that Hauk down there? Yep, Emma Hauk. And she just runs out of room, and it's going to be a Medfield goal kick. So we're under 2. Holliston trailing by 1. Don't want to give anything up. This was happened the last game we did where Holliston gave up that goal right at the end of the first half. It's heartbreaking. So let's see if they can hold things together here without letting Medfield take a run. It's going to be a Holliston throw. Ball comes up. Kutchman's there. Quealy's there. Medfield tries to play back. Kutchman looks across. She tries to find, she's got McDonald. McDonald can't get to it. Comes back, plays back to Holden. Holden to McDonald. McDonald with some space. She shoots and just couldn't get enough on it. Goes wide of the post. McDonald may have had a couple of different options there instead of trying to shoot into traffic.
Yeah, that was not a good choice. Yeah.
Because it seems that it's that Caitlin O'Connell, they're having trouble keeping up with her. So they could put something together where O'Connell gets a nice timed break. She could have she may have another free look at that goal. And as we saw early on, she knows how to finish. There's O'Connell. She leaps for it, can't get to it. Hauk's there. Doniger comes up, and there's Holden. Holden works inside, pushes it off to Hauk. Hauk on the right side gets a step. She's going to run out of space. She pulls back. Hauk with the left foot sends it in, has McDonald. McDonald can't come down with it. One-timer.
Oh, no. This is good. Yeah,
that was a one-timer from Kutchman. Kutchman got a shot.
That was a good attempt, yeah.
And just a little too high, but sent it with purpose up over the top of the crossbar. As time winds down here in the first half, and looks like Medfield's taking their time.
There it goes.
Flamand, goal kick.
I think he's going to play this one.
And there it is.
There he goes.
So that's the end of the first half. Holliston trails Medfield by a score of 1-2. Medfield goals coming from Elizabeth George and Maeve Naughton. Holliston goal early on from Caitlin O'Connell. We're going to take a quick break here for halftime. We'll come back. We're going to give you updated on what all the actual numbers real mean from ancient times. Should be some fascinating stuff. So go ahead, do what you got to do, but joined us back here in 9 minutes and 30 seconds for the start of the second half of Holliston against Medfield. Okay, we're back here for the second half of Holliston girls varsity soccer, where Holliston's trailing Medfield by a score of 1-2. Once again, I'm your host, John Drohan, with the co-host and soccer aficionado, John Marshall, and the Holliston Hub executive producers and smartest people in the room, Mr. Tom Harmon and Miss Lindsay Crane. So Holliston's got their work cut out for them, although, as we had said, Medfield comes in the game top of the table, and Holliston is definitely playing them. They're giving them a game. So this is no gimme for Medfield, although they're leading right now. Holliston has had their opportunities and has they've played well. So we'll see what Coach Brielle Chadsey dialed up in the halftime adjustment, and see what Holliston has to offer coming back. Holliston, they've changed sides. Holliston, of course, in the crimson red. For those just joining us, and Medfield in their visiting whites. Holliston going from northeast to southwest, and Medfield in the opposite direction. There's Caitlin O'Connell. She's got the only Holliston goal today. So O'Connell looks like she's moved back into that center position as striker. Caitlin McDonald's going to throw it on the outside. Holliston down in Medfield's end. Holden's there, gets a shoulder on it. Got some nice early Halloween candy from Tom. Tom obviously has some extra, must have some surplus Halloween candy from last year you're trying to get rid of. Usually that's what you're eating right about at this time, right? You know, I found this stuff from last year and last year's pumpkin. I want to get rid of it. I mean, you're laughing, but I just ate some yesterday that was from our last year's Halloween. So that's okay. Still tastes good. All right, so Holliston trying to get something going. If you were Coach Brielle Chadsey, what'd you tell him at halftime?
I would tell him, hey, don't lose your cool. Just keep going. Keep it calm. You're playing nicely. Forwards, your defense have got to make sure you mark. Don't let any player stand. Don't let anybody stand unmarked. And just keep going.
There you go.
These talks you get from coaches at any time, they're never particularly enlightening, you know.
I don't know. All the times there's O'Connell almost breaks through, just can't get to it. I've always felt like when we were coaching that our talks were enlightening, but no, probably not, right?
Plus the kiss, they probably weren't. No.
Yeah. Long ball up. I think the one thing is, the one message I would have sent is just to reiterate what you said, is like, you're playing well. Like, keep up the good work.
Yeah,
like you're doing a lot of good things out there.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
You know, and that's that kind of confidence. You know, the self-confidence, the belief in yourself, belief in your team that you guys can do this. That's, a lot of times that's half the battle, especially when we're talking about the parity of the players and the talent.
Yeah.
So. Everybody out there on that field's out there for a reason, because they're good. Doniger just hits that ball outside. Gets nudged out by Kelly Blake. Claire Fitzgerald for the throw-in. Fitzgerald looking for McDonald. Throws over her head and back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets a piece of it. Tries to take it out of the air and can't. There's Bausch.
Nice. Okay.
McDonald loads forward. Trying to get the ball forward. There's Kutchman. Kutchman one time got McDonald. McDonald one time put out to O'Connell, and it looks like it's just going to go out. And it's going to be a Hollis off of O'Connell. It's going to be a Medfield goal kick. During the break, we got some we had some traffic, some live YouTube viewer traffic from Neil. Well, shout out to Neil who's watching the game. Said he was particular. He said he likes a snappy tackle just like you do. So as for those of you who might have missed it, my father-in-law said as instead of just a regular tackle, he prefers a snappy tackle. And he's seen a little bit of that from Holliston during this first half. So if you were in that halftime, you were given that halftime, so you want to see more snappy tackles.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The snappier, the better. Fitzgerald looks for Kutchman. Kutchman pushes it. There's Doniger. Doniger sends it in, trying to find O'Connell's got her. O'Connell turns, and she just can't pivot around.
No.
It's number 24. That's Katie Keating, number 24 defense. Katie Keating is doing a good job.
Everybody heads to the goal now. And I don't think that's a good idea.
Holliston corner. McDonald, short and low.
See?
Comes out, and here comes Medfield the other way.
Now, they broke them
There's
really
trouble.
clear. They broke them clear. And that is so
So
stupid.
Medfield's there, and here's trouble on the outside. Medfield with McLeod.
She's not. She's
Bausch
not
comes
right.
back to help and is able to get to it. One-time shot, and it goes just wide of the goal.
That all came from that corner. Did you see that?
I did.
They all ran into and just one clearance, and they got the half of the field to run in.
So everybody piled, as you said, everybody backed up in front of that goal, and then turn around, and what happens? Medfield gets a breakaway, and Bridget Degnan gets there, and once Degnan almost had a shot on goal, and it was McLeod was able to stop her, and then Bausch coming back to help out. So Holliston avoids a potential catastrophe on that breakaway.
And it was a Holliston corner.
And it was a Holliston corner, that's right.
And I know they want to score goals, but this is where they would be much better to spread out and have somebody go short to open the defense up and, not have people. It's like
some other Holliston softball stars just walking through. And Mr. Williams. That's you. Yeah, we're talking about you. It's not time for softball talk yet. That'll happen later on. Especially if Holliston ties it up. Then we're more than happy to talk about softball. Right now it's soccer. There's Ainsley Doniger battling for that ball. Good fight. She's fighting with Ella Mulrady for Medfield. Fitzgerald, long throw in, trying to find McDonald. Can't. That's blasted out by Kenzie Ellis. Fitzgerald to Holden. Fitzgerald looks back. She's got McLeod. McLeod sends it forward. She's got O'Connell. O'Connell to Kutchman. That's what I like.
nice.
So O'Connell with her back to the goal. Nice play by Caitlin O'Connell. Push it back to Paige Kutchman, and Kutchman just a little bit too much foot trying to send it back to O'Connell. That's Emily Hoffman, number 1. Hoffman's been all over the field today. Mulrady tries to push it up that side. There's Degnan again. Degnan battles with McLeod, and McLeod's going to get called for a foul.
I don't see that.
There's a little bit of some mutual pushing there. Degnan fell, but Medfield's going to get a free kick just on the outside, right on about the 10-yard line. It's going to be Hoffman taking the free kick. Well, this could be trouble. Hoffman lifts it, and right at Lucas, she lets it go as it's inside the post and goes out. It's going to be a Holliston goal kick. It could have been a little more trouble. From this angle, it looks like she had a little more space than probably what you saw down there.
No, they do that all the time. I'm talking about that corner now. They do that all the time. They all go running into the goal thinking the ball's going to come over, and they don't look around, and this big opening they're leaving in the center of the field.
And Medfield's taken advantage of that several
Absolutely.
times.
I mean, the coach should see this. She should see that. And
it's an effort, I guess, to try and create as much confusion in front of that goal. Stoniger on the outside does a nice job. It's Blake. There's Degnan again. She plays back to Keating. Keating long ball in. Queeley's there. And ball comes out, and there's O'Connell. O'Connell again by herself. She pushes back. She's got McDonald. McDonald tries to send it forward to Hauken. Oh, and just sends it right to the feet of his number 14, Ava Kraus from Medfield. It's Hoffman on the outside, chasing with McLeod, and they run out of space. It's going to be a Holliston throw. We were talking about it during the first half. In the old days, not that long ago, but in the old days, you didn't get to pick your number. Your number got picked for you. So what was the goalkeeper's number?
Didn't have a number.
Goalkeeper didn't even need a number.
He was a goalkeeper. He needed a number. He had a jersey on. For a start, most of them wear these polo neck jerseys and stuff. In the end, I'm talking about, going back some days.
They wore what they wore to soccer or to church, or it was like
it could be. Yeah.
So Medfield earns a free kick. Might be just inside. It's George who's going to take it. George who scored the goal earlier in the first half. So George she's got some power. So George could be in striking distance here. What do you think?
Yeah, but
we'll see.
Well, yeah, it's dangerous. Put it that way. Yeah.
So George.
Somehow.
The free kick at about the 25. She sends it into one hop. It's going to go one hop to Lucas.
Well done, goalkeeper.
That's good.
Yeah, but it
wasn't as dangerous as we thought it was going to be.
No.
So Holliston gets away with one there. Lucas, long ball forward. Hauk's there. Hauk trying to keep it alive and send it forward. It's funny when you talk about where these kids play, in the high school level. Most of the high school soccer fields are also the football fields. We said earlier there's a football game later today as Medfield tries to race. Ball comes across and the ball goes up, hits the crossbar, and McLeod clears and the ball. And it just comes forward and goes wide of the post. So that was trouble. The ball came across right in the middle, and it was struck. Lucas came out, was low, and it went over her head, hits the crossbar, bounces in, and Molly McLeod is there just to clear it out. So Holliston, that was a close one.
They dodged the bullet there.
That was a close one, as that was at point-blank range, and just connects with the crossbar, bounces out, and Molly McLeod is able to come and clear it out. So Holliston dodges the bullet, keeps the score 2-1, as Medfield was really getting ready to strike there. And here they come again. Lila Bausch, nice tackle, sends it forward. Tries to get McDonald. McDonald just gets a piece of it. Doniger's there. Doniger trying to send it forward. And Doniger gets it taken off her, and here comes. So Medfield doing damage up this side, on this left side, trying to strike. So nice recovery by the Holliston backs to prevent that third goal from scoring for Medfield. Mulready throws in. She's got George. Hoffman sends it wide. There's a ball across and just clears the crossbar. From there, it looked like it might have come bouncing in front of that goal. And it wasn't. That was Kelly Blake who shot that. And just on the other side of the goal, it's going to be a Holliston goal kick. So the goalkeeper didn't even have a number.
Well, looking back on it now, no, because the right back was started at 2 and the left back started at 3. So the goalkeeper was he was 1, but he never had a number.
But I
never saw a goalkeeper with a 1 on his back. No.
Of course not. No. Yeah, it makes no sense, right?
No, it makes no sense. No.
So wait, but it was, so let's say he was just the implied one. So but you said, and the numbers went to 11. Was it 1 through 11?
Yeah. Well, let's say the right back was 2, left back was 3. Then you come up to the half back line, which the left half was 6, the centre half was 5, and the right half was 4, I think it was.
That makes sense, right? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you're right.
4,
yeah.
5,
so now you're in that. So what's the next line?
So then you go to the right winger. He was 7. Now there's some positions you don't know. Inside right. What was it now? I've got 9 was the centre forward. 8 was the inside right. Inside left was 10.
And the outside was 11. That makes it. There you go.
There you go.
I can see it now.
But you
Makes
don't,
all the sense in the world.
And what you guys don't understand is those positions stayed like that. There was never, you know, attacking centre mid and all that stupid
Any of that
stuff.
stupid stuff, right?
No,
Just,
there's never that.
play your
all
position. Yeah.
They all play exactly. That's where you play, and they all play, and that happened for years.
It's funny in American baseball, that you know, it was in the old times. Not you know, this is long before your time. And then ball forward. Oh no, Lucas is out. And he's just able to get to it.
Goalkeeper did that nicely.
So
goalkeeper came out very well.
Nice play by Kira Lucas.
I tell you, you know, they're playing. They're under a lot of pressure. Defense is standing firm, you know, and they're not panicky. You know, they're really. I think they're really calmly sort of playing defensively.
Yeah, and they are.
Look at this. They don't, you know.
And the Medfield attack is there, and we've been saying this whole game.
You can't let
Blake on the outside.
But there's. Yeah, I don't think three of them should go after it.
So we want to make sure there's some redundancy. So as we were saying, so Medfield bringing the ball inside, trying to attack. One-time shot wide.
That's going nowhere.
That was Jules Lane sends it wide, right? So in the old days, that's what the baseball numbers were, just what order you played, what order you hit in the lineup.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So that was it.
Yeah.
So you were at first.
Yeah,
you were number one.
There you go.
You were number 4. You had fourth. You were number 4.
That's right.
Which actually makes sense, but then the numbers, I think, you know, they kind of took on a life of their own, a little personality.
Yeah.
What I always found interesting, though, especially in professional soccer, is that, you know, in most professional sports, once a guy's got his number, that's his number. And
well, that's happening in soccer now.
Right, where in the old days,
it wasn't like that. No.
You get what you get.
No. But no, it's not now. They are. You see it all the time. Somebody has a number this and.
Well, you put it this way: if you're playing for Miami, Miami, Milan, and Lionel Messi joined your team, and you were number 10, I think I would probably be coerced into giving up my number.
I think so. Yeah, probably.
Hey, we got a new guy on the team. His name's Messi. He likes number 10. Would you be willing to change numbers? Absolutely, I would.
Yeah, sure.
And then the owner says, "Oh, we're not asking you to change numbers. We're just telling you. Pick one. Here's the list."
We didn't own our shirts. We were given
nice
shirts.
play by Claire Fitzgerald.
We were given our shirts at the beginning of the game, and they took them right at the end.
Well,
sometimes they washed them.
That's right. Sometimes you got them washed. You knew you were getting a shirt, right? You needed the next game. You needed a jersey.
Kidding me? In England?
Whether it was washed or not,
in England. You need a bloody jersey. That's for sure.
All right, so Holliston at substitution come. Looks like, is that Holden coming and Mulvaney's coming out? Mulvaney was down earlier. We've been asked about it. Looks like she's doing okay. She's going to take a breather right now. Hannah Holden comes in. Fitzgerald with the throw. Trying to find McDonald and can't. So it looks like Medfield's got they're attacking with a little more vigor this half early on. So spend a little more time in Holliston end. There's Blake on the outside. Blake gets to it, gets a strong right foot, gets there.
Good.
Just gets a piece of it. That was McLeod who just deflected that. That came in quick.
Work.
Long shot in, and it's going to go well wide and high of the goal.
That's good defensive play.
Nice play by Molly McLeod.
All of them. Yeah, they should be proud of themselves.
All right, so Holliston's still in it as we're in the 59th minute. Holliston's still trailing 2-1. We're going to take looks like there's going to be a timeout. So I think I got the number situated. I mean, I think the next time if I ever coach a team, if we ever get to coach a team again, I think we're going to do that. Yep, nobody's picking their numbers. Your number is by your position. And then if somebody wants to change and play a different position, you got to change shirts.
Yeah.
Swap shirts with your buddy.
We'll buy a new one.
Buy a new one. Yeah, several shirts.
But I'll tell you, you asked me once who was the most influential player or something like that. And I said, Puskás. You didn't even know who he was.
Puskás is the Hungarian, right?
Yep, he did. And he turned up one day with his Hungarian team, and he did something that was terrible. He was supposed to be centre forward, but he didn't play in a centre forward position. He played deep. So they called it deep line centre forward. And when he first turned up playing, our players, they had no idea what to do. Literally, they didn't know. They were all at 6s and 7s. And they lost that game, and they lost every damn game they played that week, I think, after that. And then that whole thing about changing positions and, playing, having players called deep and stuff like that.
Right. Completely.
As
opposed to, so what you're saying is that it was very linear
but if you
up to that point.
Yeah, if you put the positions on paper, although you can see we're little sort of like moving this forward and this back, they're exactly as they were then, but they're just the middle is subtly changed around a bit where you would get this attacking centre mid stuff, which makes me freeze when I hear it.
But you said this was this Hungarian who is he
started
it.
They started it off. To my knowledge, they started it off, and from there on it just exploded.
So I hope everybody, you're taking notes at home. What's his name again?
Puškas.
Yep, the Puškas playing that deep center.
Yeah.
Write it down. All right, we're about to get back underway after the high school soccer timeout. And Holliston still trailing as we're just about to enter the 60th minute. Holliston still trailing 2-1 and dodged a few bullets so far in this half, but they're holding their own and trying to put something together. Kutchman pushes the ball up and it's got O'Connell. So O'Connell looks like she's moved to that left side now, trying to take advantage of it. Katie Keating, who's been pretty much in O'Connell's pocket the entire game. You see that the Medfield coach, looks like she identified where O'Connell is and said, guess what, Keating, number 24, you go where number 6 is. Oh, nice ball outside. There's Blake on the outside. She's going to get to it, send it across. Comes across, there's no one there.
What a lovely cross. They came across the center.
Looking for Maeve Naughton, but a little too much on it.
It just came across head high. So that anybody running into that all they had to do was open their eyes and run.
Actually, probably close your eyes, so, because when it's about to strike your head at 100 miles an hour.
Well,
Naughton was almost there. Just couldn't connect. And that was another play. It's Medfield does a nice job of having those outside strikers break.
Oh, they do.
And they find them in space. Here we go. O'Connell on the outside. She takes off. So it's O'Connell on her own. She's got no help. She tries to shoot, tries to get off, and she gets stuffed.
Yeah.
Clark was there.
Unfortunately, she broke away so quickly it was difficult that she couldn't get any support.
Not anybody else's fault. Just O'Connell was just too fast. Was able to take that ball and try and take it the other way, but a nice recovery by the Medfield defense. Caitlin Clark was on the outside. She's come in to play on that right side attack. One of the things you see, though, when you look at Medfield and you look at their defense, Medfield marks.
Oh, they do.
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
Rarely are you going to see a Holliston player that is sitting by themselves. Medfield does a very nice job of marking, which is why again, and saying something about Holliston staying in this game. They do it, but Medfield does a very good job of very disciplined in marking. That's hats off to their coach, Melinda Lohan. Not to be, I'm sure that she gets the Lindsay Lohan jokes all the time, but now she's going to get the Drohan Lohan, right? There's Clark. Clark's there trying to. Kutchman sends it forward. She's got McDonald. McDonald comes up, but she's in traffic. Kutchman back again. Kutchman sends it forward. And there's O'Connell. O'Connell get to it and can't. But it gets cleared out. Grandforce back in the game. She sends it forward, trying to find McDonald. Can't. Kutchman. O'Connell and McDonald trying to converge. Grandforce there, keeps it in. Just can't control it. Comes out.
No, they're not.
There's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald comes in. She comes away with it. Fitzgerald pushed it forward, and Fitzgerald had some space.
You've got this.
We see her.
You've got number 8 completely unmarked here.
That's Kelly Blake. So Kelly Blake on
Someone's
the
gotta
outside,
pick
and
her up.
this is where they run into trouble because
you got to pick her. You can't leave her. Someone's got to pick her up. Nobody's doing that.
we need to wire you in with the coach.
No, don't do that.
Get coach on this headset. Well, that's the thing. Medfield's done a pretty good job of kind of recognizing that and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they have. They have actually, because it's by no accident that you see this number 8 hanging wide
Sure.
as she goes down. You know. See, there's nobody. Oh, there's somebody coming up to her now.
So Caitlin Clark comes out. Ainsley Doniger back in. In the 63rd minute, Holliston trailing 1-2. Holden. It's Queenie. She can't control it.
Someone's got to pick.
There's Queely sends it forward. There's Bausch. Fitzgerald pops it forward. It's got Queenie. Queenie challenging. Fitzgerald's there. And Blake. There's Hoffman. Fitzgerald takes it off her. 1v1. That's because both of they were number 1 right there. That's why I said 1v1. Hoffman and Fitzgerald. You guys caught that, right? Yeah, okay. I know Lindsay caught it. All right, shot in right at Kira Lucas. She's able to control it with ease. Holliston will try it again.
You stay
a lot
close.
A lot of racing down Holliston's end. Fitzgerald on Blake, and that's going to go off Fitzgerald. It's going to be a Medfield corner. So Medfield earns the corner. Kelly Blake, a nice drive down into the side.
And you see, there's a corner, and there's 2 players going out there, and it pulls the Holliston. Somebody's got to go out to her, so it opens the defense right up there.
So Medfield, there they go with their short corner, and there it is.
There it is.
So Hoffman sends the ball up and across, but a little too strong, and it's going to go out. Not a bad idea on the Medfield side, trying to play short, recognize and spread it out a little bit, like you said, and just doesn't hit it right.
To me, you've got to do something innovative about a corner, because if you just blast the ball across the centre every time, corners are wasted.
They could very well be. So Medfield, we referenced early Medfield coach Melinda Lohan. She's a Holliston resident, lives in Holliston, but teaches in Medfield. So I don't know if she's been doing some scouting. Maybe she sneaks over, sees some Holliston practices. Probably. Maybe she watches some Holliston youth soccer in her spare time on the weekends. See what the competition's going to look like down the road, but. Coach Lohan has got her team in a very strong position this season. Says they're having a good time. They're enjoying the season. They're enjoying one another. It's one of those, and as we always said, soccer's fun. It's a little more fun when you win. So having a winning team, winning does kind of make things a little bit easier and happier. Usually, it's one of those natural things that happens. But Holliston, there we go. Holliston's in this game, still going.
They're in it,
Queenie trying to challenge. Ball comes forward. It's going to come long. It's going to go right to Lucas. Lucas clears it out. Too low. McLeod's there. It looks like it catches her hand. And looks like she got away with that one. So on the outside, looks like that's 15. That's Morgan Kilmer on the outside. So Fitzgerald's there. Another Medfield sub. Medfield plays in. Fitzgerald takes a swing at it. Can't get it. Stays in. Fitzgerald does a nice job of, she's not the tallest player on the field, but does a nice job of using her body to protect the ball, especially when it's down and close and near her side of their side of the field. Fitzgerald does a very good job of using body positioning to protect that ball, keep it away from those attackers. There's George. Another strike. It's going to go long. It's going to go up and over and out. That was Elizabeth George. Once again, had another look. A solid strike, but it was blocked by a Holliston defender. Queenie's going to come out. McDonald comes back in. So with about 12 to play, Holliston's trailing 2-1. Bausch with the long ball out. There's McDonald. She's trying to send it forward, trying to find O'Connell, and can't do it. Today is Holliston's. It's their annual pink game in support of cancer awareness. So if you're in the area and you happen to be in the area, there's a bake sale table down there. If you guys want to go and come and buy some, support Holliston's drive to support cancer research. A lot of good, pink themed baked goods down there. You can't go wrong. It's good stuff, and it supports a great cause. So, Fia Flaman, the Medfield keeper, she hasn't been tested much this half. Hasn't been a lot of action down there. Most of the games have been played down the Holliston end, as we've seen. So, Holliston see if they can reverse that. Maybe get something. Put something together, but it seems like the Medfield defense and the midfield play for Medfield has kind of picked up a little bit in this half versus the first half, keeping the pressure on Holliston in their own end. Here's McLeod.
I think Holliston could have tired. They were all getting a little tired anyway, but
we talked about this. Said Holliston they come out, they start strong, and then things get a little bit. And like you said, it could be fatigue. It could be, I don't know if they start to get in their own heads about whether they're losing. They have to try and make something happen sooner rather than later, as opposed to working, doing the fundamentals to make it develop. There's O'Connell. She gets it taken off her. Nice play. There's George, pops it forward, and it's going to be another foot race. Lucas is debating on coming on. She decides. It's one of those things with that keeper's. She hesitates and then goes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
hesitates.
she's got to make up. She's got to do. She's got to do. Whatever she decides to do, she's got to stay.
Time to decide.
Keep going. Yeah. She can't hesitate.
Right.
Yeah.
It's either decide one way or the other. Like either I'm staying or I'm going. Not in between. There's a ball forward. She's open.
Come on. Don't leave her there like that.
Bausch gets there, able to put a little foot on, but there's George. There's a shot inside and
No.
So that was Morgan Kilmer who broke free. Lila Bausch was able to get over there and disrupt her, but the ball came across, and it looked like it might have been George who had that ball in, trying to get it back to Kilmer, but couldn't do it. So Holliston again, Medfield again comes up empty. Hannah Holden plays back to Bausch. Bausch forward, trying to find something and finds nothing. Kutchman's there. But here comes George. There's Fitzgerald on the outside. Dignan with a long ball up, but it's going to go way long and way high.
I think that Holliston, the way they've been playing, they forced her to do that. There was nobody else she could pass it to.
That was good play, correct? Yeah.
That part was, I think they're playing pretty good, except there's some. You think of it as mistakes, but sometimes they could be good play on the other side,
Quealy plays it out and plays short. Ball comes in, and there's Hoffman's there. Fitzgerald's just able to get a piece of it. So Hoffman was there, and here comes Holliston on the counter. There's McDonald.
Come on,
McDonald plays back to Kutchman.
Don't get lost.
Kutchman runs into trouble, gives it back up, and here comes Medfield. Fitzgerald on the outside with Degnan. And it's going to stay Medfield ball. Another nice ball that came in, and Hoffman almost was able to control that and would have had a really clean short shot on goal. Fitzgerald, we've been calling her name a lot. She's pretty much everywhere. Long ball in. Queeley's there. Bausch up, trying to find O'Connell. O'Connell, nice job coming down with it. And that long ball's got Holden. Holden looks up.
No,
He's got.
She's gone out. Oh, what a shame. Why did she go through the middle?
That's, for those of you who are used to watching the game, this is the part where my father-in-law starts coaching the game, so it's okay. He starts talking about kind of things that he wants to see happen. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's because there's nobody that I know on this planet that enjoys the beautiful game of soccer more than he does. Doesn't matter what level. Doesn't matter what age group. Doesn't matter what.
Nice.
Matter what country the team's from.
That's absolutely ludicrous.
Tough call. So Holliston, so Paige Kutchman gets called for the foul at about the 40-yard line on Holliston's side. It's going to be Katie Keating's going to take the free kick. Keating can hit it. And she does. Long ball up, tries to send it forward. It bounces. Ball pops up and it goes.
Oh, that's right.
It was George. Looks like it might have been George there that got her head on, or it might have been Hoffman. I think it was Hoffman from Medfield, but it goes right into the arms of Lucas. So we were able to dodge that bullet. So Lucas sends it forward. Kutchman sends it forward. And this is where Holliston starts to get a little redundant, where we're trying to send the ball too far forward, and oftentimes giving it back to that back line, and they're ready for it, and here they come. Bausch steps in. Bausch
No.
tries to get it to McDonald, but can't. And here comes Medfield. Ball in. McLeod's there. Hillman. Hillman plays to the outside to Blake. Queeley's there. Queeley's able to stuff it and send it out. And it's going to be a nice play by Caitlin Queeley. Quick throw in. Hoffman's there. Long ball up. Left foot. Great ball across. Goes right across the front of the goal. That was Blake who sent that with her left foot all the way across the front of the goal, and it just happened to bounce. No one was there for Medfield. Another ball across, and it's going to go up and behind the goal. So we're down inside 75 minutes. So Holliston is running out of time as we're less than 5 minutes remaining in the game. And players on the field, McLeod, Captain Molly McLeod, recognize that, trying to get Holliston moving. Able to get in some opportunity down the other end. McDonald sends it long.
No, too long.
And it's going to be too long. It's going to go right to keeper Flanagan. Clement gets it. Long ball up. Bounces. There's McLeod. Fitzgerald. Hoffman for Medfield. Bausch is there. Ball comes up. Long ball, and it's well over the net. So Holliston, as the clock's ticking down, trying to make something happen, trying to get some sort of activity down in the Medfield end. McDonald in traffic, can't come down with it. And once again, Medfield comes away with it. Fitzgerald's there. She battles with George.
I think that
Kutchman.
Fitzgerald is playing a very nice game.
She's playing tough. She's seeing a lot of the ball.
She really is, and she's getting control of it. She's tackling nicely. She's taking it off the winger. They're not getting by her.
Nope.
It's this side that's the danger.
Here comes George. There's Dignan on the outside. There's Fitzgerald. Nice tackle once again.
Left it too long. They can't. They got to get rid of it quickly because she'll rob them of it.
So Medfield doing a nice job of finding some open players right now. Long ball in, and it's going to one hop to Lucas. Another nice tackle by Claire Fitzgerald on the outside. So Holliston needs to move. Lucas sends it up to the right side, trying to find O'Connell. She can't find anybody. Ball bounces back.
Well done.
It's contact, and it looks like Holliston's going to earn this. So
Does he never have the advantage? Or
Doniger earns the foul. It's going to be Quealy. So Holliston with a free kick, get the ball down in the Medfield end, and still can't do it. There's McLeod. She sends it up. Again, Holliston can't get, seems like they can't get past the 40-yard line. They're like the New England Patriots. Oh, and there's big crash on the outside. On the far side, looks like she went into the scorer's table. Can't see who it is, a Medfield player. Looks like she's okay. Might have been, I think so. I think it might be Bridget Degnan, number 6. Yep, sure was. That table got the worst end of that. Degnan's looks like she's one of the strongest players on this field. She can't get hurt. There's Fitzgerald, throws in with Kutchman. Kutchman pushes it out. It's going to be another Medfield throw. So Holliston's getting danger close to running out of time here. I'm trying to tie this up. Here we go again. Medfield throw again. Kutchman pushes it out. Still in. Holden challenging. She can't get a piece of it. Here comes Hoffman. Quealy's there. Ball goes out. And it's going to be Doniger's going to take a throw. Time winding down. There's O'Connell. She can't control it. Still fighting. Still fighting. She's going to get called for a little bit, made a holding call there. Taylor O'Connell trying to keep her feet, the ball, and number 18 off the ball. She's trying to do one too many things at once. Long ball in, it's going to bounce, and it's going to bounce right to Lucas. So Holliston, once again, not moving with as much purpose as you think they would want to, especially giving the time and the score. Lucas, long ball forward. And here comes Medfield again. So it seems like Medfield's best defense is going on the attack and pretty much playing this entire half in Holliston's end. Bausch hustles over, trying to get the kickoff for the goal kick. Long ball up. Holden's there. She can't control it. And here it comes back again. Fitzgerald chasing. And Fitzgerald trying to shield. Nice play by Dignan. Fitzgerald keeps it in, and it looks like it's going to be a Holliston goal kick. So can't imagine that there's much time left. McLeod sends it forwards. Kutchman's there. And here comes Medfield. There's Hoffman. Hoffman shoots with the left foot, and that's it. So on Hoffman's shot, that ends the game. And Holliston, unfortunately, comes on the short side of today's game, loses to a very strong Medfield team. Played them strong, but once again, this is, they don't really count moral victories in the standings. So Holliston loses to Medfield by a score of 2-1. Both teams are scoreless in the second half. All the goals were scored in the first half. So Holliston goal by Caitlin O'Connell. Medfield goals by Bridget Degnan and Maeve Naughton. Correction. Degnan had the assist. The goal was by Elizabeth George and Maeve Naughton. So once again, Holliston loses to Medfield by a score of 2-1. On behalf of the Holliston Hub HCAT, thank you for joining us to watch girls varsity soccer. Please stay tuned next time, and please continue to support Holliston sports and Holliston Hub and Holliston activities. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.